Hey guys, alright, so this is a new video I'm trying tonight, and as you can see, it's called Discussions with Chris, or as it's labeled up above, a discretion, which is basically, a discussion with Chris. Discretion. I thought it was clever, so that's why I put it there. So basically tonight, as you can see from the title again, I'm talking about From First to Last. Now, this has been one of my favorite bands for a long time. Well, one of my top favorites for sure. I mean, everyone who's been in the emo or scene phase, I guess, has liked From First to Last. I mean, it's just one of those bands you listen to that really define the kind of music you really enjoy at this time in your life. I'm still a big fan of them, even though they're broken up. But I'm here tonight to give my opinions on this matter. I'm just here to talk about how I think about them as a band and how I think about them, what's going on today. So this is basically going to be me ranting on for about 8 or 10 minutes. If you don't enjoy, I'm sorry. It's just basically me talking about the band From First to Last. Now, I do believe back in 2003, 2004, that's when the band first started, and that's when they put out their Anesthetic EP. This was 7 songs, technically 6 because there was an intro on it which wasn't any lyrics, but still 7 songs, which did not have their original members. Well, all the original members, sorry. I'm not going to have every fact right, I do apologize, that's why I'm looking at the booklets. Of course, the original members of the band, who were in it till the end, were Matt Good, Travis Richter, and Derek Bloom. Well, Travis left. Either way, Matt and Derek were always 2 people in the band who never left. But in the first CD, there was Philip Reardon, Matthew Good, Travis Richter, Joey of Brandon, and Derek Bloom. Now this EP really defined what the band was going to sound like. They put in a music video for their song, I do believe it was Such a Tragedy. This whole CD defines the emo genre, I guess, because I'm not really fond of genres myself. But it was really a good sense of this band and what they were going to grow to be. I really enjoyed this because I found this back in 2006, 2007. I really enjoyed the sound that they went for. They were defining themselves to be one of the main bands that wrote there. This was on 4-leaf recordings, so it wasn't huge. It was small. It was a small time label. But that led to this. Dear Diary, My Teen Angst Has a Body Count. This is actually one of my top 5 favorite CDs that I own. It is one of the CDs that defined me as a teenager, and it helped me realize some things. I know people would say to me, I'm an idiot for that, but either way, this is where Philip left the band, their former lead vocalist, and Sonny Moore had joined the band. So the only lineup change they had then was Sonny. Now, this is actually probably one of my favorite folders because, it's like a little poster kind of thing where you have all the guys at the bottom. It was maybe $18 to buy the CD, but it was well worth it. This CD defined me in that time. It was about 2006, 2007 actually. I first heard the CD because that's when I first got to the band. But songs like Note to Self and I Liked You Better Before I Saw You Naked on the Internet and Emily, they helped me define some things in my life and helped get me through some hard times. Sonny Moore was actually one of the best things that happened for this band. A combination on vocals of Matt and Sonny was actually one of the best things I saw at that time. I mean, Silverstein and From First to Last were one of the top bands for me. I could not stop listening to both of them. This CD was voted best by AP in 2004, and it was probably one of the biggest success albums of the year on Epitaph Records, which really defined that they were becoming big because they brought in a 17-year-old vocalist, Sonny Moore, and they were on Epitaph Records, which is one of the biggest record labels today. After this, I'm not sure when it happened. It could have been before or after this album. Again, all my facts are not correct, but the band had put out Heroin. This was in 2006, I do believe, and this is before or after Sonny Moore had a lot of throat problems. But either way, I will say this is my second favorite CD. This album itself, it's very dark. I'm just gonna show you the album cover because I mean it's easier that way. It's not really a complicated album cover. It's basically, it says Heroin with the band name, but the artwork inside is actually, it's really great. And I remember I got this for my 16th birthday, and it was really great because I listened to it for the next few days non-stop. It's back when they were, I can't really explain defining themselves because they did that in Dear Diary, but they were still making a statement that they were a band to be dealt with and they weren't going anywhere. They still had almost the whole original lineup, except for their bassist, John, I do believe, had left the band at that time. I think his name was John. I'm not really sure with the names again. I'm trying to find them in this booklet, but I can't find them. Yes, but they didn't have a defined bassist at the time when this album was put out, so basically someone came in and did it. So the only members they had were Matt, Travis, Sonny, and of course Derek on drums. This album is very dark due to the fact that, one, I think it was because Sonny's voice changed, so he couldn't hit the high notes like some songs on Dear Diary. But, I mean, songs like, I have to look in this book, sorry, I'm just kind of tired. The Latest Plague was a great song. It was kind of dark, but you know, it's still kind of, it's really, really catchy. And the lyrics are just great. And one of the deepest songs I think I've heard, it's a song called, where is it? I'm trying to look up the lyrics, that's why I'm having trouble with this. It's called Waltz More. It's about an eating disorder, and I know this because of my girlfriend Kate, and she told me about it. But either way, it's, when you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's really deep. I'll just tell you the first little phrase here. I can't eat anything without shoving my hands down my throat, and I refuse to meet the world without smearing on makeup, with my hair blinding my eyes. Now, obviously, you know, just from the first verse of the song, you can tell it's very, very dark. And if you listen to any song on this, you can hear a lot of ominous tones. And it's just, if you look at Dear Diary, it's kind of more like, it's that defining emo sound with that, you know, it kind of makes you happy just with all the popping guitars and the loud vocals. But this is a lot more dark. And I'm sorry, like, I'm dwelling on this one album, but it's just, it really defined some things for me as well. And it was a big change for From First to Last, because they went from that really loud kind of post-hardcore, you know, alternative post-hardcore, to this really kind of dark, ominous post-hardcore kind of stuff. But sadly enough, during this whole time between 2006 and 2008, Sonny Moore had left the band. That left them at a decision to either break up or get a new vocalist. And what they did is they put Matt Good on lead vocals and still playing guitar. So after that happened, they had decided, okay, well, we're going to bring in Matt, put him on vocals. And as well, they got a new bassist whose name was Matt Manning. Now, Matt Manning is actually a pretty cool guy. He's a really good bassist, and he became the backup screamer, I do believe, for the band. Now that I don't think Travis is doing much screaming in the band, I'm not really sure. Now there's a lot of haters of the CD, which is understandable. They kind of were, I'm not sure if they kicked off or they left Epitaph, but they were on a record label called Shirtone. I never heard of it, and the CD's more self-produced, I do believe. But this CD has a lot of great songs, and I do believe Matt Good as a vocalist is amazing. This is me speaking because Matt is a very talented individual. Even today, he's still doing great in the music scene. I will say songs like 2 is 1, Worlds Away, We All Turn Back to Dust, and A Perfect Mess are all just great, great songs. Well, another one is Tick Tick Tomorrow. This album is different because they were kind of lost, I guess, because they lost like a brother and a kind of a family member in the band, like Sonny. He left. He wanted to do his own thing, I guess, with, you know, the vocal stuff, with the vocal problem, and, you know, just he was tired of touring with the band. Again, my facts might not be right. You can troll me all you want. I don't really care. But yeah, either way, this CD was great, I find, and, you know, with Matt stepping up as a vocalist, they did a really, really good job on this. And the last thing they put out was their CD, Thrones to the Wolves, which came out last year. Now, if I had to pick an overall worst album, which there is no bad album, but the album where you could kind of sense that this band will probably not last much longer, it was the Thrones to the Wolves. This is on Roz Records, so it's not a bad CD. Everything Roz puts out is amazing. I'm going to say that right now. Roz Records is my favorite label right now. The CD is well produced, and it has the most different sounds I've heard from this band. It has every kind of instrument I could think of, like, not every instrument, but they had a lot of different beats in this and a lot of different electronica sounds, and they really experimented with this album. And it's sad enough, at this album, of course, like I said, they never had the same member on each album. They changed it up every time. I do believe it was right before this album was put out that Travis Richter had left the band to pursue something else in his career, which of course he went on, I think it was earlier this year, last year, to be in the band The Human Abstract, which of course he has left by now. But this is about From First to Last. So, you can kind of sense a fading from First to Last. I still enjoy the CD. It's still really well produced. There's a lot of good songs on it. I can't really pick some favorite ones. I mean, Going Low Hand's a good song. Chad's a good song. I mean, it's only like a minute long, but it's kind of kick-ass. There's a lot of good songs. I mean, there's no such thing as a bad from first to last song in my opinion, but you could kind of feel an end coming on this album. Of course, as I said, sadly, From First to Last is broken up, which makes me very sad. But they did define an era. They helped a lot of people find their way, and they set a scene, because I think From First to Last and bands like that, like My Chemical Romance back in 2006, when they had these like album releases, The Black Parade, and you had Dear Diary, and you had this look that defined, like, they wanted to be this, they defined their emotion through their look, and this music and these lyrics, they helped them out a lot. I know it helped me. I wouldn't define looks. I mean, I never really like wore the guy liner, as many people would say, and I never wore like skinny jeans or anything, because I'm a big dude. I don't fit into that stuff. But nowadays, like, the band is disbanded. Okay, so my question to you guys is, who do you think's doing better nowadays, Sonny or Matt? Now, as you know, Sonny Moore is Skrillex, a dubstep artist, and I do have his EP that he put out. I think it's really good. Dubstep's never been my kind of thing, but I mean, like, he's pretty good at what he does, I have to say. I like it. And you have Matt Good and Drugs, which is one of my favorite bands from this year. It's one of my top 5 from 2011 for sure, hands down. I will personally say Matt Good. I saw him and Drugs at Warped Tour this summer. They were my second favorite band live. They tore it up, they gave it their all. For that half hour on stage, they poured their hearts out to the fans. And I'm pretty sure they do it at every show. They show the fans that they love them. They started from scratch, you know, working their way up with, you know, promotion and getting their name out there, and then recording the CD on Decay Dance, and they had like 3 separate labels for this. So yeah, my vote's going towards Matt Good. Lastly, I'd like to say I love From First to Last. You guys can tell me down below what you think, and of course I know this is a big rant, but it's going to be a thing. I'm trying, and I'll try to shorten them a bit, but I tend to talk a lot. So yeah, you leave your comment down below. Tell me what you want to see next. You want to see me discuss something? From First to Last, my first topic, because I've been listening to him a lot lately. And, you know, it was kind of just something I really wanted to get off my mind. So that is what I have to say. Please comment down below, share this video, show this to people. You know, this is from First to Last topic. There are a lot of fans out there. And, you know, they might want to get a bit on, you know, get a bit of this action. Tell what they think down below. Man, big stutters. So yes, please comment down below, share this video, like it, and pass it around. Please remember that it's music for today, music for tomorrow, and music for life. Peace out, guys.